you get to be around Danny Trejo. What is a day like just hanging out with Danny?
Every day is different. He's always on the move. He's always filming. He's always doing commercials. I was kind of consistent with Danny. I would text him like, hey, Danny, don't forget about me. And so I sang for him and he loved it. And he's like, we're going to sign you, mija.
How was it just walking into the field at Dodger Stadium?
I understand the concept of singing the national anthem, but singing it at the Dodger Stadium is just a whole other thing. And actually that day specifically was Danny's birthday, you know?
And Danny was like, you killed it.
Yeah, is that
Shout
you?
out to Danny Trejo.
Cali, she's like a more modern R&B singer, but
Okay.
she fuses Spanish.
Oh,
which
really?
I want to do. I'm going to be the first Mexican Belizean R&B artist.
Boom.
I'm claiming that right now.
On True Hustle Podcast.
A True Hustle Podcast.
This is the True Hustle Podcast with your host, JR.
This is the True Hustle Podcast with your host, JR.
Amoraa J in the house. What's up? How are you?
What's up? I'm good. How are you?
You made it.
We made it.
Girl, you're popping right now, man.
Yeah.
I
thank
see you on the news.
Thank you.
I'm like,
Thank
man,
you.
I see you on the news. I see you hanging out with Danny Trejo. I mean, you do belong to
That's
Trejo's music.
Trejo's music in the house.
Yeah,
Hey.
so I was like, man, I hope she could make it. I hope she
Of
squeezes us in because
yeah.
you're over there
No, thank
everywhere,
you guys
girl.
for having me. I'm honored to be here. So
Awesome.
thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
So we're going to start it off by, I need to settle this for once and for all.
Yes.
Whataburger and In and Out. And I'm saying it because you're from Texas. And I've had both. And I know
Okay.
that we had that debate.
Yes. Yes.
In and Out or Whataburger?
I'm gonna have to say In and Out. And I might get some hate on that from my Texas friends. But In and Out is better. I'm sorry. The quality's better. Like, the choices are limited, but you can also make it like your own with the secret menu and stuff. So In and Out is just better. Sorry.
You know what? We're gonna this is the perfect way to start this off because I agree. All right. On my Texans, they might give me some shit for what I'm about to say, but I'm saying the truth. I wasn't a big fan of Whataburger.
No, I think the quality does not compare.
Not at all.
No. Yeah,
I just
agree.
think, yeah, In and Out is so much better. I mean, even with the grilled onions, even the fries are like, it's just everything all around.
Yeah.
So then it's safe to say that In and Out wins?
In and Out wins. Sorry.
There you have it, folks.
In and Out wins. Sorry.
Boom.
It's just better.
All right.
Do better, Whataburger.
I kind of compared it to an oversized Big Mac.
Yeah, it is kind of like a Big Mac, actually.
Yeah,
Now
so
that you
I
say
kind of
that.
like, I wasn't, all right,
It's
there.
like, just go to McDonald's.
Texas are going to be like, "Damn, gang. Sorry, I still love y'all.
Yeah, we still have
Yeah.
love. Yeah, there's
So
still
now,
love.
so now that we bring up Texas,
Yes.
you are originally from Texas. I mean, you live in LA now.
Yes.
But you were born and raised in Texas.
Raised in Texas.
Oh, okay.
So I was born in LA, but raised in Texas. So I can kind of claim both. I got the best of both worlds, if you ask me, because I spent majority of my early adulthood in
Okay.
Texas, and then I moved back after college. So now I'm here.
What's the biggest difference between Texas and LA?
Oh my God, there's so many differences. To name a few, I think that the culture there is a lot different. The people are different. The schools are the schools that I went to differed from California schools. I think they were more strict, and what else? The food's different. They got breakfast tacos. We got breakfast burritos. So it's kind of Tex-Mex and you know what I'm saying? It's just different. I don't know. There's just so many elements that are different to it. But Texas, it's its own little world that I really admire and love too. You know, I have
Awesome.
a lot of love for Texas still.
Do you still love the Texas weather though?
No. We were just talking about that actually, because California being a little bipolar right now.
Big time. We're not used to this
It's
shit.
we're
So we're
not.
going crazy. Oh my God, it's gonna rain again. What's going
Yeah,
on?
no, it's messing with my emotions. I don't appreciate that.
Oh man. I told you I was in San Antonio
Yeah.
for a couple days. I'm gonna go watch the Lakers play against the Spurs.
Yeah.
And we woke up. It was raining. Then midday, it was sunny. Then by 5, 6 o'clock, it was raining again.
Yeah. It's
What in
like
the-
that. It's like that. I know. And
Really?
I don't know how people, I guess I got used to it at some point, but you know, like sometimes you just go out without an umbrella and you're just coming back home drenched because it's like, you just never know. You never know. And also when it's hot, it's humid. And when it rains, it pours. So it's like intense weather. Yeah.
When I went to go check out, when I went to the World Series out there to watch the Dodgers win the World Series,
Go Dodgers.
I think somebody at the hotel was like, man, Texas be like, you have to have 3 types of sets of clothing. One ready for summer, one ready for the rain, and one ready for this. And I'm like,
yeah.
damn.
All in one day.
All in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure you enjoy this weather. Oh, well, not the past 6 months.
Yeah,
it's been
not
a little off.
Yeah. I don't appreciate that, but no, I love Cali weather. Like, I'm definitely a sun girl. I need my vitamin D. I need to be out in the sun and feeling the sun, going to the beach. Like, I love that. I love me a low 70s, low 80s type weather, but still bright outside. That's me. That's all me, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah,
but
me
California
too.
being real fake.
Man, and then that's why I still live here. Oh, you're paying high taxes. Yeah, but I get to enjoy
Yeah, you
this
get what you
weather.
pay for, right?
Yeah, so I mean, hopefully we don't have to pay that much more in taxes.
I know.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
So then you've been here for 4 years, you said?
5 years, going on 6 now.
Okay.
It's been quite a journey, but I'm here now and I'm loving it. I love LA. That's why I'm here.
Did you move to LA to pursue your singing career, or?
I actually graduated with a degree in broadcast journalism. So
Really?
I was on the other side of this. Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So that's what I actually initially moved to California for, because I wanted to work for like the big stations, you know, and I just, during that time, it was like 2018. And so I had like basically no money saved up. I didn't have an apartment or anything. I just kind of like moved. And I moved in with my godparents, and thankfully they were able to let me stay there for a few months until I was able to save enough money. And so throughout that, I was just kind of doing just like regular administrative jobs. And through that, I actually met somebody. His name is Mike Valdez, and I will always say his name because he definitely hooked it up for me as far
Really?
as me meeting Danny. So he was a friend of a friend, and he got in contact with Danny. He showed Danny one of my singing videos, and Danny was like, "Oh, who's that?" You know. And so then that day he called me, and this was all during kind of like COVID, and so I waited like a year, but I was kind of consistent with Danny. I would text him like, "Hey, Danny, don't forget about me," and I would text him for like holidays, like Happy Thanksgiving or Happy Christmas, you know. And yeah, he didn't really forget about me because I was very persistent. I was like, no, he needs to remember me. And yeah, it took a year until I was able to meet up with him, and I met up with him at his cantina in Hollywood. And I met him and Baby Bash at the same time. And our producer now, his name is Carlos Guillen. He was also there. And so I met all of them collectively at the same time. So when it happened, I was kind of like in shock and kind of like an out-of-body experience, because it's like you don't really realize what's happening at the moment. You just do it. You just do it. And so I sang for him, and he loved it. And he's like, "We're going to sign you, mija." And so, yeah, I've been signed with him for almost 3 years now. And so it's just crazy that like I was going for something completely different, and now I'm just singing as my career.
I could just imagine how it was just to show up, because you had no idea that Baby Bash was going to be there.
No, he didn't tell me. He didn't tell me. He was just
"Oh,
like, show
shit."
up.
So you had to sing in front of them?
I sang in front of Danny. Yeah, because he was like right in front of me, and he was like, sing something. And I was like, okay. And he liked it, so I was like, all right. Yeah, and so the rest is history.
How nervous were you?
I was like so nervous, but you don't like, I think at the time I didn't really process what was happening. Like I just did it. I saw an opportunity and I took it. I was like, I'm not gonna miss out on an opportunity, especially with Danny, like someone I grew up watching, and it was just so crazy. Like I still couldn't believe it, and I somehow still don't believe it now because it's something that I never even like dreamed of, but I'm doing it, and it's just, you know, I think a part of God's plan. I'm here and I'm happy.
And that's dope.
Yeah.
I think it was written for you.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes things work out in
a different way than you expect. Yeah, that's what I was like telling my mom recently. I was like, it's crazy that I was, you know, like going for something different, and I'm still kind of I'm still in the entertainment industry, but it's just like a whole other side. And you know, I grew up singing, but I never took it seriously as like a profession because my parents were very much like, you know, you have to get your degree, you have to go to school, you have to be educated. And so they were very like, they would push me. And so that's all I really focused on. And yeah, now I'm just doing what I love. And, you know, it's a blessing for sure.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
So being that you are from Texas.
Yeah.
How much of an influence did Selena have
oh my God.
on you growing up?
You know, when I was living here in California, I'm like, my mom, a lot of people would tell her that she actually kind of looked like Selena, and she would like listen to Como la Flor is something that I like would grow up listening to. Right. So going to Texas where people are like constantly talking about Selena just influenced me even more. And that's why sometimes I sing Como la Flor when I'm performing. It's been a big influence for sure. And I had the pleasure of meeting Chris Perez, which was crazy. Yeah, he's so friendly and so down to earth. So that was actually like also a blessing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So now that makes sense why you sing Como la Flor.
Yeah.
All the time.
And Danny loves it. He always wants me to like sing Como la Flor. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So man. Definitely a big influence. And she's an idol, you know. She's a legend. And she was a trendsetter, and you know, the Tejano music, she brought it to life. And we still listen to her now. She's still like in people's playlist, and you know, you see pictures of her all the time. So
yeah, and her music still lives on.
Yeah, I mean, it's timeless.
It's gonna be here forever.
Yeah,
I seen that documentary on
Selena.
Yeah, what is it, on Hulu or one of those?
Yeah, the series or is it a documentary?
I seen the one on Yolanda.
Like, okay, I haven't seen that. Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I don't know.
We got beef.
Yeah. You know what? I don't watch. You know, I think I probably watched the first 30 minutes. I was like, all right, I'm over this.
Yeah, no, I didn't really look into that. I did see that they released it, but I haven't watched it. So it's not, you don't recommend?
But then again, I'm not the person I can't sit and watch a whole docu-series and I don't know, 30 minutes in, I'm like, all right,
let's wrap it up.
Yeah, like, don't I got something to do here? Like, I got to get to work or something.
Yeah. No, I get that.
So, your coworker, at the time, he was your friend.
Yeah.
He introduced you to Danny.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then all that, you sang for him.
Yes.
Then it was like, all right, mija, I'm going to sign you.
Yeah.
And then
he just started taking me to events. I was like unofficially signed for a little bit up until he was able to like get the contract going. And so I was, I would just go show up to events that he was at. He would always invite me. And now, I'm signed, and we've released a couple of singles. I released my first album ever last September. So we've been pretty, I think, successful with what we're doing. We have a big show this Saturday in Azusa, which is our first Trejo's Music Sold You show. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Is there tickets being sold?
Yes. There's tickets, and you can get them through like Eventbrite, under Danny's website, and Bash is also going to be there, so that's going to be like really cool to experience.
Is this like your first it's technically a concert, right?
Yeah. No, it's not my first concert. I guess like as a headliner, yes. but not as like a performer. I've been doing a lot of shows with Danny, so it's been a wild ride. But you know what? Like, I'm just so happy to be a part of his legacy and
So
explore
dope.
mine.
And how do you feel knowing that tomorrow you have a big show? Do you get a little bit nervous?
I do. I don't really get nervous up until I'm about to like hit the stage. I think I like to describe it as a roller coaster. You see it and you're really excited for it, and you're not really nervous up until it's your turn, right? So once you're in the seat and it's about to start, you feel all these emotions of like, oh my God, I'm excited, but I'm scared, but I'm nervous. So that's what it feels like once I get on stage and I'm about to sing. It feels like, oh my God, this is going to be a ride. But once it starts, it's like easygoing and it just kind of flows.
So, I'm a big Dodger fan, right?
Let's go Dodgers. Yes, sir.
So tell me how that experience was. Like,
Oh my God.
how was it just walking into the field at Dodger Stadium? How was that? I want to know.
That was such a crazy experience. And I didn't really, I understand the concept of singing the national anthem, but singing it at the Dodgers Stadium is just a whole other thing. And I didn't get nervous, like I said, until I got on the field and they announced my name. I was like, oh my God, what if I forget the lyrics right now? Like, what do I do? What do I do? But it was so exciting and scary at the same time, and especially because they give you in-ears, right? So when I'm singing, I can't hear anything else but my voice and the organ player. So I'm there just listening to my own vocals, and I don't I'm not paying attention to the reactions of people because I'm so focused on the song and making sure that I hit all the right notes and singing it correctly and everything. So I didn't know how I did until after when I was done, and I was like, how did I do? And everybody was like, you did really good.
You killed it.
You killed it. But I didn't know until I saw the footage of me singing and the crowd, because you're just so in the zone that you don't focus on anything else. So it was crazy. It was crazy.
So every time you perform, you have those.
I'm supposed to. We haven't gotten in-ears, which I'm supposed to have in-ears. But yes, it's something that helps you really focus on your voice and how you're singing and stuff like that.
Oh,
But
wow, I didn't know that.
yeah, that was my first time using them. So that was also added on to the pressure of yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but I think that I'm very blessed to have experienced it, and I hope to experience it again, especially for a Dodgers game.
Dude, that's super dope, man.
Yeah. It was
I get
crazy.
excited for you guys, and I'm just man, because I had Julian Torres here.
Okay.
Yeah, so and I was just like, tell me how is it singing at Dodger Stadium, because we're big fans, and the season's about to start, and I'm just like, oh man, that would be super dope, but I would be super nervous.
Yeah, no, hopefully I can do it again. And actually that day specifically was Danny's birthday, and it was Hispanic Heritage Day or something like that at the Dodgers Stadium. So
I think it was Mexican heritage.
Oh, Mexican. Okay, yeah, Mexican. So it was it definitely added on to the pressure, but it was, once I got it done, I was very happy with how everything turned out,
And then Danny was like, oh, mija, you killed it, mija.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said, actually. Daddy, is that
Shout
you?
out to Danny Trejo. Dude, I love Machete.
Yeah, no.
And I don't like what they did to him in Breaking Bad, how they did Tortuga.
I know,
but it's I'm like, oh, Daddy.
That was
that's
so
dope.
intense, actually. I remember watching that, and I think I had asked Daddy about that.
I was like, damn, I gotta do the homie like that, dope.
Yeah, it was
Damn.
crazy. It was
So
crazy.
then, this career path wasn't you didn't grow up saying, I want to be a singer. It kind of just
happened.
It kind of just happened, but you had to have at what point did you say, man, I'm a pretty good singer. Like, I could do something with this.
So actually, it's funny because when I was little, and I remember this like it was yesterday, in kinder, there was this little lullaby that they would teach us, and it's called Bluebird. And I remember coming home from school, like having learned it, and I sang it to my mom, and she was like, she said, sing that again. And then, so I sang it for her, and she recorded me, and she's like, you know what? Like, you actually have a pretty good voice. And so, during that time, she would make me sing songs, and she would record me. And I actually put some on YouTube like years ago. I don't know, maybe when I like,
How old were you?
I was probably like 9, 10.
Oh, shit.
I was a little girl. So I've been singing forever. I did choir in high school. I did like talent shows in college and stuff. Like, I've always kind of been in like the music scene, but not really like fully in it. So it was something that was kind of like, I wish I could be a singer, but I never really pursued it like that. And so when it happened for me, I saw it as an opportunity, and I was like, I can't miss out on something that's right in front of me, you know?
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, that's when I just decided to, you know what, like, I got to do this. And if it aligns with my passion, then why not? Why not?
Absolutely.
You know, and if you can make it a career, like, even better, go for it.
Shit, you can make it a career. You're shining, girl.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
what's up.
you.
I mean, you have a beautiful voice, so
Thank you.
got to share it with the world.
Yeah, I think so. I think that, like, humbly I'm saying, like, when God gives you talents, it's for a reason. And I think it's something that you should share with everyone, you know? And so that's what I'm doing.
Absolutely. So growing up, your mom was like all in. How about your dad?
My dad's kind of always been, he's very supportive, but he doesn't really verbalize it. So he'll be like supportive from a distance. I think he has that communication more so with my mom, and my mom will be like, well, your dad likes it and stuff like that. So
He's
my
Mexican,
dad's,
huh?
he's Mexican. He's for sure Mexican.
Oh,
Guanajuato,
yeah.
let's go.
That's right, Guanajuato.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could relate to a lot of that. It's like he don't want to tell you, but he'll tell your mom like,
Yeah.
dile que está bien chingón. Like, why don't you tell her that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he's been supportive, but just not like, he doesn't really verbalize it or express it too much. But I've been very like grateful for them. You know, my mom especially, she's very like vocal about it. You'll probably see her on like my social media. My mom is like my number one support
Really?
system. She's my
That's dope.
She's
I
my
love hearing that.
Kris Jenner.
That's right.
yeah. So yeah, it's been a journey.
I mean, it feels amazing that your parents, I mean, it should feel like, man, they're supporting me. They got my back.
Yeah.
Like, I must feel
Really
beautiful.
good. Yeah, for sure. I'm very thankful for them. And, you know, even now, like, there's some times where I need help from them and they're able to help me. So I'm just very grateful for them. I really do. And I wish I could bring them here because they still live in Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I wish I could bring them here, and, you know, someday I'll buy them a home.
Well, pretty soon with all the money you're going to be making.
Yeah,
it's going to be
manifestation.
it's going to be no biggie.
Yeah. So that's the goal. But yeah, I'm very thankful for sure.
That's awesome. Shout out to them.
Shout out to my parents.
Yeah. So now that you're in this music industry, like, is there a lot of challenges that you deal with?
Oh, for sure.
I could just imagine.
For sure. I think this career field is definitely not for the weak.
No.
And if you are, it'll make you stronger. You just got to push through. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of challenges. I mean, there's days where I just feel discouraged. There's days where I just feel very much like I don't want to continue this. And, you know, I think that there's challenges in everything.
Absolutely.
But I think that if you're passionate about something and you really want it, you're going to go all in and kind of push through all the pain, push through all the challenges of like feeling you're not like good enough and stuff like that. So sometimes I do find myself like very uninspired, and then I have to go out of my way and find things that inspire me again and kind of like reignite that flame. So it's just a matter of pushing through those hurdles.
And I could just imagine that for people that are in the entertainment industry, it's probably a little bit harder.
Yeah.
To deal with, you know, you're human, just like me, JT, and everybody else, right? So we have emotions, we go through your ups and downs, but it's like, damn, I could just imagine if you're going through a down, but you have to go do this interview, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to put on a smile. So I know that it has its challenges.
Yeah, for sure. I think that is one of the biggest ones. Sorry to interrupt, but it's like when you have to go to interviews and you're feeling, I don't know, sad, or you're going through something personal, and it's like you have to kind of put on that face of like everything's okay. And you kind of also have to mentally put yourself there too, because it's hard to continue something when you're feeling some sort of way.
Yeah, and I think that right there is super challenging.
Yeah.
I could just imagine.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, when I'm feeling not so great, it's like I could just be like, I'm going to cancel that appointment.
Right.
You can't cancel a freaking concert. You can't cancel certain things that you have on your agenda.
Yeah.
So that's why, the more people that I interview, like I commend you guys, because
thank you.
people don't see that side. Because I think sometimes people think you guys are like superheroes, like, like, oh, like they're like us too. They have feelings, they have emotions.
We have emotions and feelings.
And it's like,
well,
since sometimes you guys just have to just
push through it. And I mean, I give it to the people that like go through a lot of things publicly, like divorces and like money issues, and it's like all exposed, and then people are just going in on them. I'm like, give them a break. Like, they see this. It's like, people, we have emotions. It's not like we just wake up and we just like look at comments and we're like, oh, that's okay. Like, I feel fine. No, it's not like that. We have to pretend that we're okay and probably like get therapy and stuff, but sometimes I'm like, take it easy on people.
Yeah, like, fool, take a break.
Take a break.
Like, chill out.
Chill out, fool.
It's 9 a.m., dog. Like, that's how I feel sometimes. I'm like, when people are starting to so early in the morning, like just going in on people, like damn, bro, like, have you even had breakfast?
Like maybe eat something first.
Eat something, chill. Are you hungry?
Are you? Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
like, eat a Snickers.
For real. They're bomb, by the way.
They are.
I'm trying to trim down right now, guys. Trying to trim down. So, how do you deal with that? Like, how do you deal with? Sometimes I think the internet is like undefeated. Like social media, like them motherfuckers just. It could be a lot.
It is a lot, yeah.
So do you deal with it by just turning it off?
Yeah.
Or do you feel like you develop a thick skin already and you're like, whatever?
To be honest, thankfully, I don't think that I've experienced like a crazy amount of hate or anything. So I can't even really say like how I would deal with it. I think that I would go to my support system and kind of talk to them first, and maybe get like a therapist later on the line and, talk to them about certain things. Cause sometimes I can be very impulsive with how I react to things. And so I would probably just put my phone away and do not disturb me for a little bit until I'm able to like process my thoughts, sit with my thoughts for a little bit, talk to some people, and then be like, okay, it is what it is. Move on from this. So I think that's, and even now, sometimes I do need social media breaks. I see something triggers me or something, and then I just, I'm like, okay, I need to set my phone down for a little bit, go for a walk, go for a little hike, and just relax, sit with my thoughts, and then come back, and then it's all good.
Yeah, because I think we're all a little bit impulsive.
Yeah.
So sometimes we're like, what?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's better just to be like, all right, chill.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from experience. Sometimes I'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But sometimes you just need to.
Yeah, because sometimes people be on one. They try it. They
early in the morning. Like, bro, I always go back to that. Like, damn, bro, chill.
Yeah.
You should be happy, bro. It's Friday.
Yeah. It's Friday.
There you go. So, is there any other ways you channel like when you're frustrated? Do you like box, or like is there anything that you're like, this is my zone where I get to zone out?
Yeah. I'll like go to work out with my cousin. I think that's like my number one, is like physically doing something where I'm able to, you know, sweat and just like go in on. So I'll go to like the gym. I love hikes a lot. Like that's my cardio. I love going on hikes. So I'll go to, I'll try different hikes all the time. Me and my close friend, we go all the time. And yeah, just try to find ways to kind of like be physical, but also take some time to also like relax and be reflective, and then I'll just like do yoga or something. But my number one is like
yoga
gym,
helps, huh? I think I'm gonna get into yoga.
You should. It's
I heard it's like super like,
it's like therapeutic.
To, like, calm down and focus on your breathing.
Yeah, it's helpful. I definitely recommend.
This is what happens when you start getting older. I'm trying to like, you know, I just turned 40, so I'm like, practice my breathing, you know.
You're still young, you know. 40's still young.
Oh, at least I don't have gray hair yet. They're coming in though. Oh man.
But yeah, no, I get that.
But that's awesome, man. So you get to be around Danny Trejo. Like, what is a day like just hanging out with Danny?
Every day is different. Every day is different. This man is nonstop. Him and I are on two different schedules. Danny is like, I barely see him resting. He's always on the move. He's always filming. He's always doing commercials. He's at his cantina. He's collaborating. It's just like every day it's a new experience. So for example, the other day he was like, hey, Mija, you want to come to the children's hospital with me? Trejo's Tacos is doing a collab with the children's hospital.
Really?
Yeah. And so some of the money that like they spent on the food goes to as a donation. And so there, like, I didn't expect to see anybody, but I saw Kaya Gerber, who is Cindy Crawford's daughter. Oh wow. And I've been a fan of hers for a long time, so I had no idea that she was gonna be there. And so I went, Danny introduced me to her. I went up to her and I was like, oh my God, like, I love you, girl. And she was, you know, I was like, I'm Amoraa J. And then Danny was like, this is my singer. And then I was like, yeah, like, you know, like, I've been following you for a while. And she's like, oh, that's so cool. Like, she was super, super sweet. And she was like, where can I find your music? And I'll listen to it. And I was like, okay. Like, it's just like little things that is just like something I never thought that I would experience. But being with Danny, it just comes with being with Danny. It's just like there's so many people that obviously know Danny that just come my way when I'm hanging out with him. And it's just different every time, but it's always so cool to see, and so cool to like people come up to him all the time. And I'm the photographer. I'm like, I got you. Like, and,
start doing the angles.
I do all angles. Like, I'm a professional photographer now too, because I get all angles. But yeah, it's such a crazy experience to see a legend like Danny and seeing his journey too. So
it must be exciting.
Yeah, it's
like at this point, who does not know Danny Trejo?
Yeah.
You know, he's been around since I was a freaking kid.
Since I was a kid, like, I grew up with Danny. And now to say he's family, like, that's crazy. It's crazy.
Just crazy how life.
It's crazy how life works. I think that it comes full circle, for sure, in different ways, and ways that you don't even expect, you know? But yeah, it's Danny's Danny.
I bet you go back, you're like,
I
did not expect all this.
Yeah, if I could talk to my younger self, I'd be like, you're going to be cool with Danny when, like, he's family. Are you sure?
And he's going to sign you.
And I'm his artist.
And you're going to come, you're going to sing at Dodger Stadium. And you're going to be on, you were on KTLA?
KTLA.
Yeah, you're going to be there. And you're going to be on True Hustle Podcast. What?
Yay! right, True Hustle Podcast in the house.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
But it's just, I could just imagine what it is like just to. Damn,
It's an experience.
It's probably an experience,
for
right?
sure.
And especially because of all the things that he's been through.
Yeah.
And now he's really giving back.
Danny gives back every day. Every day. Every day he's helping somebody. And it's like stuff that you don't see on camera, obviously. It's Danny gives so much to everybody he's around and everybody that he comes in contact with. He's either speaking at schools, he's going to prisons and speaking, he's giving back to foundations, he's giving back to charities. He does a lot of things with Polly's Project. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
I think I've heard it, but no.
Yeah, but he has an organization that helps like homeless a lot, so we participate in that too. But yeah, man, Danny is a legend in every way.
That's
in
dope.
every way, that he's
That's
just
dope.
always doing something to help somebody.
Hopefully one day he'll be sitting down right there and telling me a story.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah,
gonna bring
I
you
hope
up,
so.
like-
We need to bring him in
Yeah,
here.
hell
We need
yeah,
to
that
bring
would-
him in here.
that would be
so,
super dope, man.
Yeah, for sure.
would be
I'll
super
let him know because
For sure.
I think a lot of people really need to know like more of his story and who he is as a person.
And I can just imagine me just sitting down right here like, oh, that's Danny Trejo. Machete.
No big deal. No
Machete.
big deal.
Fuck, this is going to be crazy. You know, I
Yeah.
watched them in every freaking movie.
Yeah.
So-
he's a hero.
Does he give you pointers? Like, hey, mija,
He
you
does.
should hit this note. Oh, no.
He
You know what I
does.
mean?
Daddy's he has a timeless taste. So his music is very much the 50s, 60s, early 70s. So he'll tell me like stretch your voice like that, and he'll like kind of like send me like a voice recording or like something that he wants me. He sent me a lot of like Aretha Franklin, like Etta James. He's like, do it like that, and it's like he doesn't really know like the right words to say, but I'm like, okay, Daddy, I got you. I'll try. So yeah, he definitely tries to help, and I think that he has a good ear for music, you know.
Oh, yeah. He signed you. That's right.
you.
Damn.
That part.
Shout out to Danny.
Shout out to
Shit.
Danny
Yeah.
Trejo. Yeah.
When you record, is there like do you have like a regimen of like, all right, it's recording day and now you have your agenda, like, or what does one recording day look like for you?
Oh, it just it differs also because it depends on what I'm recording. So if I'm recording like an original, I'll go in there like prepared to do like different melodies and different cadences and stuff like that. And I usually try to drink a lot of water before then. And when I'm also recording, I try to drink a lot of water. I know as a singer, you're supposed to drink tea. I'm not a tea person. I don't like tasting like leaves. I don't like tasting plants.
Hell no, no green tea for me. Hell no, I'll take water and coffee. No.
I can't. Like all tea kind of tastes the same to me unless I can't do tea, but yeah, I'll drink water, lots of water. I'll kind of do like my affirmations for the day because it's also like going in there confidently and knowing what you're gonna sing and sometimes just letting it come to you. So it's all a balance, but it differs. If I'm doing a cover, I'll listen back to the cover and see how they do it, and then I'll also add my element in the studio. So I like to also make it a little different because the person that did they are who they are, and I am who I am, and I also want to add like my own little twist to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see like, oh man, like I wonder what their regimen is.
Yeah.
I'm like there has to be like, okay, because the way I do things is like, all right, everything's on a schedule, but you're right, it could vary.
Yeah, it could vary. I am very like schedule oriented too because I like knowing what I'm gonna do for the day.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just let it flow.
And how do you select the songs for your album?
That was kind of like a collective decision. We had kind of like a list of songs in the vault, and we kind of like handpicked the best ones. And yeah, we just were like, okay, these are gonna go on the album, these are gonna go as singles. So it's like a team effort. I like everybody to kind of be like collaborative, and you know, I want it to be something that kind of everybody enjoys. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then when you guys, like, for like the concert, like, you select the songs that I'm like, all right, or does it go based on like the charts? Like, these are the songs that are.
I think we do it based on like how crowd feedback is.
Okay.
So like, because we've done like previous concerts, we kind of talk collectively, okay, these songs I think people get most excited for. These songs I think go more aligned with everybody else that's performing that day. So like, for example, the Soldies show that we're doing, we picked more so like Soldies music. So we did like some originals, some covers, and some songs that people would vibe to or that we think would enjoy the most. So yeah, that's how we kind of pick them.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's all a process, and you know, it's all a team effort too. So I'm glad that we have that strong foundation as a team.
Yeah, and
Trejo's
I think
music.
I think you have the right team around you, you know?
Yeah,
And that probably makes everything so much easier.
it makes
right?
it flow. Yeah, for sure. I think we all are very grateful for our positions in what we do, and you know, to be recognized as Trejo's music and being handpicked by Danny is a big deal to everybody. And I think because of that, we're all very grateful, and we all kind of want the same thing for everyone. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it just makes it easier for sure.
Absolutely. I seen the interview with the other. I think she's also signed with
Tara?
Yeah, Tara.
Tara, okay.
With
yeah.
Tara Nu.
Yeah.
And it seems like you guys were just like vibing. So
I wonder what interview that was.
The one with the block, what is it, the block out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the block out. Yeah,
I
the block out podcast.
I think that's what it's called, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I seen that and I'm like, man, okay, cool. Like, it seems like you guys were, you know, vibing. So I'm like,
Yeah, we're a
just
little
imagine,
team.
I could just imagine everybody else is vibing like that. It just makes everything much better. You know?
Yeah.
Even when it comes down to like the concert and everything is just dope. You just, you know, show up and
Yeah.
start vibing out.
Yeah, for sure. I think that we all just, you know, we all have that dream of going big and doing it with love. So I think that it all aligns for everybody.
Is there anything that you feel like, man, I have to overcome this challenge to get to this level? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. So right now I'm known as like the Soldy singer. Ideally, I do want to go into more of like the modern R&B field. I think that aligns more so with my passion, and I feel like people haven't seen that side of me yet. So there's a whole other side of me that I haven't tapped into. Well, I have tapped into, just not to where other people would see it. And I really want to be recognized more so for that. So the challenge right now is getting my music right and getting me right and presenting that to everyone else, and hopefully making it big in that. And, you know, hopefully like seeing people vibe with that side of me, because I think that aligns with who I am more so.
But it's still, do you think because it's a different genre or is it?
It is. Yeah, it is. It is. Because Soldies is more like, you think of like the classics, right? You think of like Etta and Aretha Franklin. You know, there's just like a whole other, it's still R&B, but it's like older R&B, as opposed to now where you listen to other artists that I really love and admire. And that's a whole different crowd, I think, of people that would be consuming it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And now that you bring up other artists, like who did you, aside from Selena, which is the obvious,
The obvious.
like which
yeah.
one, like which artists are you like, man, if I'm doing this, I'm going to be like that?
Ooh, that's such a hard question, because I literally listen to every single genre. Like I listen
Me
from
too.
anything from like classical to soundtrack music to hip hop to mariachis to rap. You know, like there is just so many genres. But If I were to name like top 3, I would say I would want Beyonce's impact. So like she's very she's not just a vocalist, but she's an entertainer. And you say her name and everybody knows who you're talking about. Kind of like Danny too. You say his name or you see his picture and everybody knows who you're talking about. So it's like I would want to have that impact. But if I were to describe myself as like an artist, more so I think it would align with like Cali Uchis. I don't know if you're familiar with that or her. Cali Uchis. Yeah. So Cali Uchis, she's like a more modern R&B singer, but she fuses Spanish. Which really? I want to do. Yeah. But I'm going to be the first Mexican Belizean R&B artist.
Boom.
I'm claiming that right now.
On True Hustle Podcast.
On True Hustle Podcast. And y'all can revisit this video when I make it. Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah. So I definitely want to bring a different element and fuse my Spanish with the R&B side, because I feel like other than Cali, nobody is really kind of doing that right now. So
that's super dope.
I want to set
that
that
wave. But I think
wave.
you brought up a great point. It's like you're an artist, but you have to mix in being an entertainer.
Right.
It's like you got to combine both.
Right.
Do you think that attracts different types of audiences?
Yeah, for sure. Because you could have the vocals, but if you don't have that, like, that entertainer charm, like, people aren't really gonna, like, I mean, sometimes, you know, people will sit there and just listen to your vocals, but you're gonna bring in a whole other crowd when people are gonna want to interact with you, when they're gonna want to see you dance, you know, and, like, really entertain you. So I think that's the biggest challenge for me now, because I haven't taken, like, you know, like, professional dance classes. There's still much that I have to learn, and in order for me to grow. So I think right now that's my biggest obstacle, because I want to be great. I don't just want to be like known in Cali, Texas. No, like I want to be known everywhere. Global. I want to be global. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going until I make it, you know.
You're young. You have the right team behind you.
Yeah.
So there's really nothing stopping you. It's going to happen.
It's
you
me
just
against
have to
me.
Go grind it out. Get better. If you want to pursue, you know, being a great vocalist, great artist, but then implement being a great entertainer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I want to do it all. So it really is me against me. I think that we are our biggest enemies, and it's just overcoming that, you know, but once you do, it's like,
yeah, because I think
you're
the
unstoppable.
key is the entertainer part.
Yeah, which not a lot of people are doing. I feel like nowadays, I mean, look at Michael Jackson. You know, he was like, people still know him today. People still listen to his music, and they forever will. It's timeless, but it was because he had everything. He had the dancing, he had the vocals, he had the entertainment, he had the vision, he was creative, he was a trendsetter, like, and he like grew up on it, you know. So it's,
you're right.
Yeah, it's different.
He does have the whole, but that's why his music is gonna
still lives on.
Well, bringing back.
I mean, Selena too, right?
That's what I was gonna say. Bringing back Selena.
Exactly.
She's a hell of an entertainer.
Yeah.
Oh, she was. Rest in peace.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
But that's major.
Yeah.
What do you think is gonna propel you to that? Like, is there like a formula? Like, you know, I'm over here just trying to dig. Like, I'm like, you know, like this is just, you know, things that go through my mind. I'm like, I wonder what it's like. How do you implement that? Like, you have to take dance classes and you have to incorporate a bunch of things, and
you have to get uncomfortable. I think that's number one. You have to get uncomfortable, and that's growth, right? It's like getting out of that element. And because I think that a lot of people don't continue to grow is because they stay wanting to be comfortable. But once you're uncomfortable, it's like, okay, I could do this, now I could do that, you know. And it's just like you keep elevating, you keep challenging yourself. And once you get to a certain degree, it's like, why not a little more, you know? And then you push it a little harder, and then finally you get to, okay, we're good.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Comfort kills everything.
Yeah.
I just think you're right. Being uncomfortable in certain things.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
I wasn't comfortable doing this.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know, but I knew
look
that.
at you now.
Yeah. So it's like, even though it doesn't compare, I'm not trying to compare.
No,
you know,
but
it's
like any
you know,
achievement, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at where you're at now. You know, I was looking at your page and you're popping.
hell yeah.
You popping. You popping.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So congrats to you and your achievements.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was just, you know, it made me uncomfortable, but I think at the end of the day, I know that I needed to make adjustments because in order for you to want to be great,
Yeah.
you are right. You need to make changes that are going to be like, oh man, I feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But if you don't feel like that, you're not growing.
Right. And it's about like taking that risk, you know?
And then once you start incorporating that entertainment into, you know, your craft,
Yeah.
you never know, you might end up in a movie.
And that's the goal too. I want to do it at J-Lo, where you at?
That's what I'm saying.
like I want to do it all. Like I also want to tap into acting, and it's something that I've like also discussed with Danny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna make it some way.
Jared hitting all the points right now.
Yeah. So yeah.
You have so much
definitely.
talent.
Thank you.
So, you know, how the way I do my business is I have multiple, you know, streams of income or whatever, like business types.
Yeah.
Why not do it in the entertainment?
Yeah.
There's singing.
Yeah.
There's acting. There's, I'm sure, brand deals. There's so much.
Yep. I've talked about all of that.
So
Yeah.
you know, I feel like you're so talented. You're young.
Thank you.
You have everything going. Do it all.
Yeah, do it all. I also want to
not?
like do my own fashion brand like later on, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to do it all. I really do. And I see that for myself. It's just a matter of
I got all
continuing.
It gets me excited. So it's like,
yeah.
you should do it all.
Yeah, why
There's
not?
other people that did it.
Yeah, exactly. Like why not?
So why not?
Why not?
You're there.
Exactly.
You have the right team behind you.
Yeah.
What's really going to stop you?
It's just me against me.
You against you. And sometimes we self-sabotage.
We do.
So as long as you could check some of these things, at the moment that you start formulating shit in your brain, you need to stop and go take a hike, girl.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like
I'ma
stop.
call you up,
You know,
like,
yeah, for
wanna
sure.
go
I'll be
on a
like, hey,
hike?
check this out. Relax, turn off your phone and go take a hike. Because
Yeah.
sometimes our biggest enemy
Yeah.
is our mind.
Is our mind. Yeah. Yep.
Trust me.
Yeah. No, I
You know,
feel that. I feel that.
And it's like, sometimes I'm like, dude, it's me.
Yeah.
Like, stop, bro.
It's me
Like, what are you
against me.
doing? Like, you know, so
yeah.
it's like you need to see those red flags and learn how to adjust and learn. And that's why you have to have the clarity. You have
Yeah.
to be in tune with yourself.
Right.
You're right. It's you against you, right?
Yeah.
It's you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once you start making those adjustments,
Yeah.
girl,
Everything flows.
everything flows. And there's really nothing that's going to be able to stop you.
Yeah.
You could pursue so many things.
Yeah. You're unstoppable at that point.
And I can't wait to like see you in a movie because I want to brag. I want to brag. I'll be like,
No, it's going to happen.
was-
It's in
and we
motion.
spoke about it. And we spoke about it.
Yeah, and then you're gonna revisit this video with all the other millions that have seen the movie and like, hey, you know, she talked about it there first, so you know what I'm saying?
So then acting, fashion. Is there
Yes.
anything else that you feel like?
I think right now, I've been talking a lot about wanting like my own fashion brand and like my own makeup brand down the line. But I think those are the ones that kind of like resonate most with me right now. So, you know, you might see it later on for
Yeah,
sure.
hopefully.
Actually, you will see it later on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fashion, you know, at the end of the day, I think everything's doable
Yeah.
and you can make it happen.
Yeah. I'm a huge believer in manifestation and working towards it. So I think that, you know, if you have the resources or you don't, you make it work, you believe in yourself and it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time, especially with consistency, you know?
Everything is about consistency, staying consistent on what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
How important do you think faith is?
I'm I would say I'm religious, so I believe in God, and he's number one to me. So anytime I'm going through something, he's the first person I talk to. You know, dope. And I try to live by like how he would want me to live. You know, sometimes, you know, there's challenges to that.
Absolutely.
But I think that for me personally, it's super important. I think that should be my number one at all times. And, you know, he's number one, and then everything else, like my family, friends, and then that's it.
I think he should be number one all the time.
Yeah.
And I know it's a lot going on out there, but our faith needs to remain strong.
They test you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like without having faith, it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
So the faith has to be on point. You have to have the right mindset, the right clarity, all that. Mm-hmm. And
for sure.
Everything will align.
Yeah.
I think the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really, honestly, strongly believe that.
I think so too. Especially if you're like your intentions are there, you know?
Yes.
Your intentions are there. Obviously, God sees everything. He sees what other people don't see. So it's like, if you're a good person overall, good things are going to come to you. And I think that like a testament to that is Danny. He's a good person. And it's like, you know, he's gone through a lot of stuff. But ultimately, I think that he's one of the best people I've ever met in my life. And I think that all these good things and all these good people are around him because he's a good person, you know?
You could tell when a person is pure.
Yeah.
You know, and really wants to help and really wants to, you know, because I feel that maybe, you know, he's been in situations where somebody didn't try to help. Mm-hmm. So he knows how it feels like.
Yeah.
And that's why
he knows. Yeah.
You know, and to be in a position to be able to do that, that kind of like feels, it's like fills your cup every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to be like, I understand, you know, what it feels like for people not to help you.
Yeah.
And that's why I think he has a great heart, and he keeps on getting blessed left and right.
Yeah.
With great people, great business ventures.
And Danny, his birthday's coming up. So that man is like
really
still, like he's still going. Like he's stronger than me. He is stronger than me physically, but I'm saying like mentally too. Like he doesn't get exhausted. After a full day of watching him, I'm tired, but he's not, you know, like it's like at this point I'm like, he's invincible because nothing's stopping this man, you know?
You know why I think he operates the way he does?
Why?
Because I think he's been through so much shit.
Yeah.
That all, you know, certain issues, he's like, come on, man. You know, it's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and it's like he developed that resiliency. Like, man, it's nothing. Let's go.
Just another day.
Just another day going at 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually excited to meet him. So, like,
yeah,
you know, like, I'll like have like a notebook. Like, so tell me. I'm just kidding. But yeah. So, any young girls out there that follow you, that buy your music, like, what advice would you give to them? Like, you know, typical Latino household, or even not a Latino household, just in general.
Yeah.
Like if they want to pursue singing, or they want to be like you.
Yeah.
Like, what advice would you give them?
I would say to them to not give up, there's going to be moments of discouragement, like I've said, but it's all a matter of just consistency, just keeping it going, find things that motivate you, find things that inspire you, find that flame, and just go for it, and don't look back. I would say to just, you know, be passionate about whatever it is, and don't listen to anybody that's going to discourage you or say, no, like this won't work. Like, no, it will work. You will find a way to make it work. And I'm a firm believer in things happen for a reason. So even if you think that something bad is happening to you, in the end, it's not. It's only in the moment. I think that like God does things in order for you to see a bigger picture later on, you know? And so, yeah, just don't give up, and you're beautiful. That's what I would say.
Dope. People that don't make it are the ones that quit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can't quit on your dreams.
You can't. No. That's why
Like,
they're your
man,
dreams.
I think regret. I mean, I'm much older than you. And I think when you start getting older, you're going to look back and be like, what if?
What? Exactly. Exactly.
I don't want to be that guy.
Exactly.
And nobody should be that individual.
Exactly.
Because even when I opened this office, I was like, well, fuck. It could go wrong, but it could go great.
Yeah. Exactly. But you won't know if you don't try.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I told Sabrina, I told my wife, I don't want to have that. I don't want to be like that. I don't want that what if to haunt me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know, because then regret weighs heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
And that's how I think something that I've heard from like older people that I've like met along the way is to just do it. Because you don't know if it will work or not if you don't. So it's better to know that I tried and it didn't work out as opposed to what if it would have worked out but I never tried, you know? So, yeah.
Just
valid.
Do it.
Just do it like Nike.
Just do it, man. I just feel even when you have those moments, I talk about self-sabotaging. Mm-hmm. Like even when you have those moments, you need to like snap out of it. Like stop.
Yeah.
Like, tell yourself to stop.
Yeah.
Because we focus on what could go wrong.
Yeah.
Why don't you focus on what could go right?
Yeah.
Damn. That's a good one.
That's a bar.
That's a
Actually,
straight
I might use
bar
that for
right
my lyric.
Fuck, that was a good one. We're going to clip that one for sure.
Bar.
Is focus on what could go right.
Yeah.
But I think it's like I always my parents watch every single episode, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and you know my mom
talk
does
about
this,
support system.
oh, they're
Love
like,
that.
hey, ¿qué pasó? Es lunes, and you know, I'm like, dude, chill, it's at 5.
Oh, shout out to the parents.
Yeah, bro. and then you know my mom be like, ¿Qué dijo? ¿Qué dijo? So what else you got going? You say you're gonna do your concert. How soon do you think we'll see you in a movie?
Hopefully, I don't know, within the next year or so, I'm hoping. Danny's been talking about it, so I don't know. You know, it might happen. It might happen. So, yeah, I'm actually excited to tap into that, too, because I feel like that's something I would love to do, you know? I've been on
I think you could do
before.
it.
Yeah, I think so, too.
And I think you'd be great at it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You have the personality for it.
Thank you.
You're a good-looking girl.
Thank you.
You have fucking the whole package.
Yeah, like let's do
So
it.
why not do it, Danny?
Yeah.
Come on, get her a rope.
Hey, any directors watching this, like, let me know.
Let's go.
Let me know.
Shit.
But yeah, I'll let you guys know. Okay, once I get like cast.
But
for
when you
something.
do get it, are we gonna be in the red carpet?
Yeah, I got
hustle.
y'all. No, I got y'all.
Hey,
Y'all,
all right.
y'all can
She
quote
said it.
me.
Yeah.
Send me this little clip right here of me
You'll
saying
be like,
this. I got
hey,
y'all.
remember what you said?
No, I got y'all. I got y'all.
Yeah,
no
for sure.
worries.
So where can people follow you? Where could people buy your music? Give them the whole shebang. So
Yeah, so you guys can follow me under Amoraa J Official, and that's AMORAA J Official. And then you can find my music under there, under my bio on all social media platforms. And also my music is on all social media platforms. So it's like YouTube, Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, all of it. So yeah.
boom.
Boom.
All right, we're gonna end it with this. Tex-Mex.
No.
Okay. I hear this on listen. On social media, I'm always like, Texas has the best Mexican food. LA has the best Mexican food. Mm-hmm. You lived in both.
I lived in both. Mm-hmm.
So we want to set the record straight. Who has the best tacos?
The best tacos?
Tacos.
Ooh. I'm going to have to say LA. Sorry.
Bah, 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 bah. Okay. What?
My Texas folks are gonna hate me.
You heard it. I was leaning more towards LA. You know. All right. Another question. Do you? Okay. You know, since we brought up tacos, a mí me encantan los tacos. When you go order your tacos, are you gonna order asada or al pastor?
Asada.
Damn. You?
I'll order like mucha or something.
Oh, he went super Mexican. That's something my mom would say. A mí dame de buche. De cabeza de buche. For me, I'm going to go al pastor con un chingo de cebolla. I love onion.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't grilled onion, raw onion, both.
No, me
whatever.
too. Me too.
Love onion.
Me too. I love it. I love onions. And sorry, it's just good. It's just good.
Any questions? No. Dude, this was fun.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank
and
y'all
I
for
know you got a
having
big
me.
day tomorrow.
Yes.
But you still were at True Hustle Podcast.
Yeah,
and that means a lot to me.
It means a lot to me for
And
having me here.
I wish you the best of luck tomorrow.
Thank
and I know you're going to
you.
kill it.
Thank
and I can't
you.
wait for you to come out in the movie because we're going to be in the red carpet, baby.
Hey, I got y'all.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And we're out. Boom.